Welcome to another 5-minute mobility, everyday mobility through your whole body, 6 different movements, 10 reps through each, going at your own pace, but use your breath to pace yourself, and let's get into it. I'm going to start with what's called the Lewitt technique. As you turn one arm inwards and look at it, turn the other up and take a breath out, and then turn the whole thing around the other side, your neck, your fingertips. I often find myself breathing out to my upstretched arm, and that's okay. It's just a release. Think full upper body tension release of your neck, shoulders, elbows, fingertips, upper back. This almost feels like you're separating your shoulders. You will feel some heat sometimes in your biceps, elbows, fingertips, and this is nerve stretching, which is okay. Alright, next up we have the thoracic sprinkler. Technically it is a thoracic spine rotation mobilization, but thinking about it as a sprinkler sure does help. So taking my elbow to my wrist, I try to cue all the movement through my elbow in the air. I want to try to strengthen while also not strengthen my lumbar or lower spine. While this is difficult out here, you can sit all the way down on your feet and keep your ribs onto your thighs, but I really like just doing this in a quad position and trying to keep my ribs and my belly button in line. Up we have a lower lunge, so I'm not actually moving into or beyond my knee, but trying to just straighten the back knee. So rather than a lunge, which to me focuses more on a quad and glute work, this is all hip flexor, and mine are tight, especially after long drives, but no matter what I do, they tend to always be tight. I really try and get a bit of a stretch out of this one at the end as well, just to focus. If I can get that elbow to the ankle, I know I'm right. Try the other side and see if you're symmetrical. Often you're not, and that's not a problem, but it does give you somewhere to focus on your self-assessments. Again, remember, don't let the knee travel over the toe, and focus straightening the back leg for that hip flexor. Balance will help you really get into it some more, because every fibre around that point will also work to help you stretch, with a final release, elbow to ankle, self-check. Okay, next up we have some hip swivel lifts. This position begins in what's called 90-90 or a shin box, with sitting between both of your knees, trying to switch them from side to side. I really like to stretch my arms out with my palms out again, so that I cannot turn using my upper body. So it wouldn't be right without adding some strength into this and using that strong upper body to continue what I've used my hips for, and my glutes. It's every part of me, lifting, swiveling, lifting, and then lowering, not thudding to the ground, which is tempting. Just try to keep your upper body in the posture that hopefully you are trying to encourage, and let your hips do what they can on their own, with your upper body staying as simply straight as it can. Okay, next up we have a shoulder extension and a switch, because I think we should be able to move out of this position as quickly as possible. No, it's also functional. So just walk your bum and your feet as far as you can comfortably from your outstretched arms behind. You should have no tension beyond comfortable in your elbows. This should just feel like a gentle stretch across your chest and through your shoulders. Breathe so that you can actually release a lot of your tension as well, and gently walk yourself back. Now the switch moves you from a loaded shoulder extension over into a lifted quad and back again. Just keep resetting so that you go to the other side and try to turn over and stay within a couple of inches of the ground. If you can keep this smooth, which this sand is playing havoc with, but it's interesting, try to keep yourself as though you are swiveling around a pole, your spine, not too high, not too low, but using your shoulders to maneuver your body around itself rather than your hips or your legs. Next up, a pike squat. I really like this movement apart from a squat, which is pretty good for every part of your body. And you can do it with your heels coming slightly off the ground if they need, trying to touch your toes or the ground just in front of you. Try to stand up with straight or straightish legs from the squat position. Go with your breath. I'm trying to get 10 in here as quickly as I possibly can to keep this within 5 minutes. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the workout. See you next time.